one of the directors at the Child Development Laboratory School at the University of Minnesota.
Hello, my name is Sarah McKee, and I'm the co-director at the University of Minnesota Child Development Laboratory School.
I'm Peter, and I teach preschool at the CDLS.
My name is Lily Bray, and I'm the Office and Administrative Specialist at CDLS.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I'm a preschool teacher. I've been doing this for 31 years.
My name is Ayuko Wezu-Boomer, and I'm a teacher at the toddler program.
Hi, my name is Brittany Stark, and I am a teacher with young toddlers here at CDLS.
Hi, my name is Emma. I work with the older toddlers.
Hi, my name is Mandy Sumwalt, and I'm an older preschool teacher, PK, here at the CDLS.
Hi, I'm Erin, and I'm an older toddler teacher.
Hi, my name is Kim Reese, and I teach younger preschool here at the University of Minnesota.
Hi, I'm Heather Dowdy, and I work in the younger toddler classroom here at CDLS.
I'm here with Amy Betts, lead preschool teacher at the Child Development Lab School at the University of Minnesota. Amy, thanks for joining us today.
Tell us about your program.
We serve roughly 240 children and families. We have children from infancy all the way up until they go off to kindergarten. We have a wide population of families. We have some families that are open or in the community, and then some of our population is university, family, faculty, staff.
What are the goals of the program?
The Child Development Laboratory School, our mission is really focused on three goals: to provide a wonderful place for children to learn, to provide opportunities for University of Minnesota students to have chances to interact with children as both student workers, as student teachers, as assistant teachers, whatever capacity they'd like to grow, and then also to foster opportunities for research in areas of child development or other areas where children might be present.
What's your program philosophy?
So throughout our program, we believe that children are capable of learning lots of different things, that they're always learning. So we use a play-based approach, and we also enjoy spending lots of time outside, so they get lots of hands-on experiences and opportunities to build relationships with each other and with their teachers. I think that's a core foundation of our program and of the goals that we have for children. We also support student learners here, so University of Minnesota students in our early childhood department spend time in our classrooms, and they also get a chance to interact with children both indoors and outdoors, doing all sorts of fun activities, and that's a really core goal of our program, is to help them become wonderful teachers in the future.
How do you set up the learning environment?
For us, we kind of start with a minimalistic approach in our classroom, and as our children come in and we get to know them and we see where their interests are, we make changes to what we put in the classroom. We're hoping to build on their interests and their skills, bring in things that are more complex so that their learning goes deeper and gets more complex. We're building on what they already know. And we're hoping that when they walk into the space that something catches their eye and pulls them in. We also hope that they can learn from each other. You know, some of our, with all classes, children learn at different rates, and so they have that advantage of learning from the children who are more mastered in a certain area.
I know that sustainability is one of the values of your program. How do you incorporate sustainability into your classrooms and curriculum?
Well, children just seem to be naturally interested in sustainability and taking care of their earth and their environment, and we encourage that. Even just like a small prompt like putting a book about water conservation in our room can cause emergent curriculum about saving water and other things that we can conserve. And one thing that I do every year with every group is we learn about the honorable harvest. That is a set of guidelines authored by Dr. Robin Kimmerer. And so we kind of do a children's version of it, and it's a set of rules for how you harvest from nature. And the first rule being, you ask nature if you can take from it. and you have to be able to observe nature and see, is there enough here to get your answer? And then we ask the children, like, what is nature telling you? And the kids will know, like, there's only one flower here, we can't take it. And then the next rule is use what you take, and maybe these aren't in order, but use what you take, if you take too much, share, and give back and give thanks. And the way we do that is just doing kind things for nature. Yeah.
Tell us more about the research that takes place in the classroom.
Throughout the years, there has been lots of different types of research, but in the past couple of years, since COVID and since we've returned from our COVID break, some of the research has really focused on children's social and emotional development in groups with their peers. So we had one last year where all of our playgrounds for the first 7 weeks of the school year had GoPros around, and they were really looking at how children are returning to groups and group care after such a long time of being in smaller pods or even isolated from their peers. So there are studies about that. We have some that focus on other social emotional areas like apologies and how children show relationship building skills. We have some about air quality because it's COVID, and so they've been doing measurements like that. But we welcome a lot of different types of research here at the lab school because we want to help foster the understanding of who children are as people.
How do you prepare students, teachers, and parents for outdoor play in cold weather?
Well, we start by being really informative with families about the types of clothing that they can dress their children in, with a lot of priority around layering and having great base layers, even on the hands and feet, having two, a liner glove or a liner sock underneath the other warmer layers on top, the importance of waterproof outer layers when there's snow so that none of the moisture gets in and causes discomfort and chilliness. So we try and set them up for success in feeling confident that they know how to dress their children appropriately for the cold. We also, as teachers, will communicate with families about any cutoffs that we have and really be explicit about where those cutoffs are so that they will know what to expect on a given day, especially if it is bitterly cold. I mean, we do spend a lot of time outside, even when it seems to everyone else that it's bitterly cold and seems somewhat unsafe, but that it isn't, and we know why, and that we can share that clearly with them, those cutoffs for risk of frostbite and things like that, so that they know that we are not just staying outside just to stay outside, but there are these charts that we follow to make sure that we are being as safe as possible and staying within the number of minute ranges to minimize any exposure. We're also, as teachers, dressing appropriately ourselves so that we can stay as present in the moment and focused on our teaching, and also focus on attending to the children and making sure that they are warm enough. Not all children can communicate to us that they are cold, and so that means that we have to be that safety measure for their sake, where we're checking in on them, taking off their gloves and making sure that their hands are feeling warm, checking their cheeks, making sure that exposed skin is covered, things like that we can do to make sure everybody's safe. But then also just making sure everyone is staying active. We do a lot of active play in the winter, and that is something that's really great about the snow, is that kind of just encourages that more active form of play that generally keeps kids warm from the inside out. We do take breaks from time to time if we need a little bit of a warm-up before we go back out. We provide lots of warm beverages to keep them warm. We might even build a fire as a class, as another way to provide a heat source outside.
What are some of your favorite activities to do outside in winter?
In the wintertime, our class likes to go exploring and see how our body moves in the new environment with snow and all of our snow gear on. We enjoy running and playing with the snow as well as doing some art projects.
I love being out with the kids. They love real work. So doing real work with them, whether it's shoveling snow or building something or using the snow as food, like they just love to do real work. So I don't know, I love everything about winter. Like the crunch of the snow under your feet when you're walking and just getting them excited. When they see you are excited, they get excited.
Many. The snow provides a lot in terms of curriculum. I mean, we can pile it up and make forts that we can dig out. We can build our own playground equipment with snow and make slides and stairs and just mountains to wrestle on. We oftentimes will use colorful water to spray onto the snow and decorate it. We can freeze ice. There's so many great opportunities for science explorations with the cold. We do a lot of sledding, and you don't need to have a hill in order to enjoy sleds with children. They love pulling each other, and it fosters really great connections between them. There are places that are slippery. We can skate on our boots. It's a lot of cooking and making food with snow. I just feel like it's almost endless possibilities, the things that you can do with snow. So I just kind of embrace it, I guess.
We'd love to know more about the role that teacher candidates play in the classroom.
So the teacher candidates come in from different backgrounds and experiences. So for us teachers, it's a really wonderful experience to see how they work with children, and it helps us reflect on how we do as teachers, modeling for them and the best practices that we give them. We also believe that in this experience in the nature-based approach that as they're learning how to teach children outside, that they can use materials such as the natural materials as part of the ways to enrich their curriculum and experiences as well. As CDLS, I hope that they learn how to work collaboratively with us lead teachers as well as their cohort and their fellow colleagues, and really learn how to be creative as they learn how to work with and play with children outside and inside.
What's your favorite part about teaching and working at CDLS?
My favorite thing about being a teacher is watching how children make connections every day, whether that's with their environment, with their peers, with other teachers that they're seeing. The connections that they're making are things that will follow with them the rest of their life.
My favorite part about being a teacher is watching the children come into the room and then grow and mature and develop into their own person, their own thoughts and feelings, and just seeing them become their own person and watching the parents go, wow, I didn't know they could do that, or wow, they're amazing. I just love seeing how competent they are when people don't give them enough credit for their competency.
I really enjoy working at CDLS. I love all the diversities we have and all the opportunities that the children get to learn and grow here. What I like most about teaching is the connection, the learning connections that children make after doing the same thing for a long amount of time, and watching them smile every day and be happy.
What I love most about working at CDLS is that everyone who walks through this door has the same goal. We want to show respect and love for the children the best way possible.
I love everything about this building. I've been here a really long time and I can't leave. It's my favorite place. I love the children, the parents, the staff. I have long time lasting friendships with a lot of people through the years, and it's so great to build that sense of community and to be able to love where you work.